Okay, hey everybody in the Iraqi Dinar community, how are you? It's Sunday night. Oh, there's so many crazy things going on with the Iraqi Dinar. I'm bringing you your latest summary on the net. Please consider subscribing, tapping the bell, because I'm the only one who does this for the busy working people, because my husband works really hard and so do I. I have a couple businesses plus this YouTube channel. Please subscribe and tap the bell. So look, there's some confusing information. I got really confused before I did this summary. Right now it's 5:48 p.m. I wanted to wait for Forex to open. And I'm going to celebrate tonight as if I believe this is already done, because I believe that God has taught me you have to believe without seeing. Faith is the substance of things hoped for but not yet seen. If you agree with that, comment down below. Faith is the substance of things hoped for but not yet seen. Also, as I was preparing to do this, collating a lot of information, why are people on the ground in Iraq? They said they'd call me after 5 if something pops up. If they call, I can always go live, or I can just do a short and keep you posted of anything breaking tonight. So I'm on this like nobody else. Because of that, something had to give, and that is your emails. I'm not doing the emails on the weekend anymore, but I'll start again on Monday morning and do them first in, first out. So whoever needs my strategies, you're just gonna have to wait over the weekend. Don't expect a response, because it stressed me out this weekend. It took me forever to chill out. So that's what I have to do for my own health. That's just what I have to do instead of staying up all night, every night. Can't do that and survive this. Okay, I need to take care of my own health. And I hope you understand. You continue to pray for me, but I also have to take steps. And that's what God led me to do after I finally took a nap today. So, but he did release me to do this. So there was an article that came out today about CBI auctions $297 million on Sunday, according to Shafak News. Now, is that the truth, or is that an easy article to put out to have you not look for this? That's my question to you. What do you think? They control the media. They can say whatever they want. Remember, Kuwait said they weren't going to do it for a year. They know everybody's waiting for Forex to open, and they put that article out. I got that this afternoon after my morning live stream. My morning live stream was full of information, and some of the articles were: Iraqi PM rules out emergency parliamentary session, Prime Minister al-Sudani unveils date for a high stakes February 22nd to 23rd. They're getting together for a special meeting for entrepreneurial guests. Iraq's oil and gas law, I read the history of that in detail. You need to understand the history to know where we're headed. The Development Road Project is now the part that's in Iraq. Iraq can take the name for it. They're calling it the Iraqi, what is it? They're calling it the Iraqi Development Road, even though we know who funded it, right? Bad fortune cookie country. But Iraq is taking full, and it's going to be announced at the event. Prime Minister was briefed during the meeting on the work of the organizing committee for the 7th Baghdad International Dialogue. That was the thing. That's the 7th Baghdad 7 has been repeating in my day. Look at my community page. The event was starting on February 22nd to February 23rd of 2025 under the slogan, the Iraqi Development Road, Alliance of Interest in Geopolitical Stakes. It's huge, guys. This is huge what's going on in Iraq, and I'm excited. It said the Development Road Project will enhance Iraq's political and economic power in the region, noting that choosing this topic falls within the great Iraqi interest in the project, which gives the country a pivotal role in the regional system as an important point of communication between the East and the West. So Iraq is being able to take the title instead of it just being tagged with bad fortune cookie country. Right? Al-Sudani expressed his sponsorship of this annual international gathering hosted by the capital Baghdad, which hosts an elite group of the most important decision makers in the region and the world. So guys, they continue to supersede all expectations. In my eyes, Sudani's the right leader for the right time. Then when this article came out this afternoon, I was a little confused until I read it. They're used to putting those articles out, saying what the CBI is doing. Now, we've got these fancy systems. Let me explain something. The CBI is now only in a supervisory role of what those correspondent banks that kissed the ring and got into this new system, right? I've been showing this a lot. Okay, there's the CBI. Right now, these are the correspondent banks that are now going to do the dollar transfers. They're still going to be doing dollar transfers. They're still going to be doing business with other countries. That's why the Oliver and Wyman is there, so they can shut out the dollar at the CBI if they need to, and they have, because they're monitoring. They're an oversight board. They're not, the transactions aren't going through the CBI and the Federal Treasury anymore over here, the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Treasury. They're going through the correspondent banks to correspondent banks. Now, hang with me, because when you understand that, you'll understand I'm also going to go through an email from Mr. T that explained which banks are in their alliance, which is going to be important, and it may change my strategies, but if you already have my strategies, real easy, you just add the other banks. And don't worry, because you can't be calling them right now anyway, right? It's not the time to be calling the banks using my strategies. You just need to understand my strategy so you're prepared once this happens, when the bridge strategy taps in. So that didn't surprise me, because I realized they had a lot of misinformation when Kuwait revalued. So you remember that, right? So then I went, so I'm going to close that down unless, if you want to call me, you guys, if you're up and you feel like you have something interesting, call after I load this, because I'm taking a break tonight with my husband. I really am. Unless this thing kicks off, right? So now, when you understand that could be a misinformation article designed to throw you off the scent, to make you think that the dollar auctions are still going on when they're clearly not. I don't think they are. We'll see what other people say. I haven't looked at that yet, but here you go. So these citizens right now are on break. They're all on holiday in the Kurdistan regional government. Just that one government took an 11-day holiday. I think they're monitoring inflation because they have increased purchasing power of 10 cents versus what we all see as a 0.00076. Why? Those are citizens that have the cards. Citizens that are in the system, just like the correspondent banks are the ones in the system. There's other banks in Iraq that are not participating in these dollar cash transfers to correspondent banks in other countries. Just the ones in the system, the new fancy dancy system. You have to be very compliant to get these perks, like the 10-cent purchasing power on the street in Iraq, which has been calculated by accountants working for our military that's over there. Well, the Joint Operations Command Center over there. Anyway, so there's a lot going on, and there's a lot they're not going to tell you until it's time to tell you. So don't be surprised. So then, I've got this guy. By the way, I just checked the Google. It hasn't updated since 3:30 today. So if it updates, I'll check it later. If it changes, I will do a short. So that's that. That's what happened this morning. That's my intel on the ground. Then my other intel source, is Mr. T. I'm going to consider who I'm going to invite on the Zoom on the 15th for the Miracle Manifestation members. He said, hey, Miss Melanie, some urgent news to share with you. He was talking about, it doesn't matter when it happens. This is what he's saying. He was saying, I sent you the link to an article earlier this evening. He informed them that a television announcement came out on New Year's Day informing Iraqi citizens that effective January 2nd, the CBI will effectuating a plan to collect the 3-0 notes. Please be mindful that America now possesses many of the remaining 3-0 notes. But here's the thing. The rate will not appear on Forex or the United Nations currency exchange sheet. Nor will the IQD be available for exchange at Wells Fargo banks because none of these entities are among the CBI's list of corresponding banks. It just hit me, right? The list of corresponding banks, like this. These are some banks selected out of all the banks in Iraq. Okay, corresponding banks. So they've got their own list. So we need to know what that list is, and he gives it to us. He goes, from the official sources, only 3 legacy banks in the United States are listed. That would be the Federal Reserve, Citibank, and JP Morgan Chase. These banks were essential to lifting sanctions on the IQD. I attached a relevant section from the August 24th, 2024 meeting below. See also the January 2nd, 2024 attachment. Please give special attention to the terms through their international corresponding banks. See, I understand what that means. Not all international banks, only the correspondent banks, meaning the 14 correspondent banks that are on the official CBI list. You understand? No other banks or exchange centers, including Western Union, has the rates on their screens, not the Forex, not Bank of America, not Wells Fargo, nor any other non-correspondent banks. So these other gurus can talk about January 6th until their heads catch fire. According to the CBI, this thing is set to go soon, anytime, right? And so I really love you, Mr. T. Thank you. Keep bringing me your intel. Because we all know this is a cat and mouse game because they don't want us to know because they want it to surprise us. Just like there's going to be disinformation. Right? So he's a critical thinker. I'm a critical thinker. And this takes obviously nothing away from Secret Agent Man, Master Sergeant Scott, which I give them high praise, and Jack, who gets in the chat, high praise, and also my special friend over there. You guys get the best praise, but he gives me stuff that nobody else gives me, and he puts it together in a way that makes me understand. Because when he said correspondent banks, it clicked. Before I did the summary, I was it's like, and I asked God for help, and then boom, he helped me. He's always helping me, and I'm seeing so many miracle signs and wonders. I believe it's done. If you believe it's done, comment down below. Now I'm going to go to the summary of everybody else now that I've given you my best based on the intel. So then you got this Majid, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia guy. He says U.S. orders them to go to Forex. Economist Safwan Quase revealed on Sunday the existence of new steps for the central bank to promote transparency and global openness. The Central Bank of Iraq and the U.S. Federal Reserve are moving towards authorizing Iraqi banks to contract with international audited companies instead of relying on the platform of selling the dollar alone in order to audit credits and remittances before implementing them. Quasi said in a statement to the agency/information. He explained that this message is in the interest of the central bank. Let me click on it. I'm here on my own page reading this. The central bank, it contributes to sparing the risks of money laundering issues and internationalized sanctions, pointing out that this step is a turning point that contributes to drawing a clear map of the work of the Iraqi banks on the global stage, where they will deal with international corresponding and financial guarantees in addition to instant transfers, which enhances their position in global markets. Now, I also asked a question in my live stream while I had them there. All private companies, including banks, correspondent banks, are required to be audited. They're all being audited. Why? Because they have this brand new financial system. They have to make sure it's running right. So this guy who he refers to in the KSA guy, he's the same guy that Mr. T refers to in his email. It's the same guy. So I'm just saying, the pieces are coming together. I love that I can pull the pieces together for you. I hope you appreciate this. Please comment down below. And this is going over 11 minutes. I apologize, but I'm about to go have a margarita. Are you drinking tonight? I apologize, guys. I can't answer emails on the weekend anymore. I just can't. I can't do it. My body needs more rest. So I hope you will. If you agree with me, please comment down below. I'll still do the same level of content. I just can't do emails. That was my source of frustration that was causing me to, I don't know. I just got to take care of myself, and God gave me those directions. Do not answer emails on the weekends. So that's from sundown Friday night till Monday morning. That gives me a break. So Frank26 says, Firefly, television is doing 11-page document. We've seen it before, but they're re-showing it to us. The instructions to all the new money exchange centers that have been opened on what they can accept and how much to give on damaged notes being returned to the citizens. Frank has been honing in on that, and I appreciate that he does. So that's why they have all those JPM branches that have a 2-year contract for the ATMs. They're fancy-dancy, and they can take in all those big zero notes without even seeing a human. Give them automatic debits to their accounts. I'm thinking that's how it probably works. Mark Z says, where will the new rate show first? Mark Z, did you see what I just said? The new rate's probably going to show in these correspondent banks, not on Forex. Isn't that mind-blowing to you? It blew my mind. What do you think? I'll talk more about it tomorrow, so make sure you're on the live tomorrow. Or look at the replay tomorrow. Mark Z says, if it follows in Kuwait's footsteps, it will quietly be released. Maybe people will do some exchanging and then it will show publicly on Forex. But in today's world and the speed of the internet, my guess is we will see it all at the same time. You guys will probably hear it first from folks like me, and then we will be able to look at it. That's my opinion. Bruce says, Iraq has brought in a new country rate, brought a new in-country rate. We've heard about this New Year's Day in Iraq. They're removing the higher denominations. And now those are the notes we're going to have to be able to exchange at a very high rate, very high rate, very high rate. They're saying very high rate for those centers. If you want to do that, go do it. Don't worry about my pinned comment down below. Just go do what they tell you to do. Get your high rate. Sign over all your rights. I don't care. I really don't care. Because I love you and I've done what I can. There was another, sorry, I missed something here. Oh, it's not here anymore. Wait. Is it gone? Lord Jesus, is it gone? Nope, it's not gone. Hold on. I need to read this to you because it's gone. No, it isn't. Okay. Now, there was a Fun Lou post in this summary. It says, he says, response to Guru Mark Z's in Iraq, it appears the final step in the de-dollarization is happening, right? Like I've been saying. Mark says the same thing. So he's responding and said, Mark, as well as many others, seem to be confused by the actions of the CBI. I'm not confused. I'm just saying it's not as it appears to the world through the media. Like a lot of things don't appear to the world like the media. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below. I know what you're saying. A lot of things appear to be one way and they're not. Same thing's happening here, I think, with the auctions. So it says, the auction currency window is indeed closed. Yes! The reported sales of 1 billion in 4 days is not being done at auction. That was turned over to the banks, which is why they were enabled with international currency exchange platforms. This way, the monitoring of all the exchange function is done in real time and not centralized. See, central bank, it's not centralized in the central bank. It's decentralized to the correspondent banks. Okay? So again, what did God say? Don't worry about the banks. All these issues. Central bank, correspondent banks, you don't have to worry about that. It's going to be messy. Take the money and run. Guys, I'm with you through it all to help you understand it. I hope you understand. I'm trying to explain it to you. I hope you understand this. Please comment down below. Did you understand more now than you did before? Was this clear? Please say it's clear. If not, I'll fix it. If you have questions, ask the questions in the chat down below, and I will address them in the morning. I love you all. May peace always rule in. May the peace of Christ always rule in your life, or the peace of whoever you believe in, guys. You know, it's a big universe. God is in control. One God, many beliefs. It's okay. I love you unconditionally. You're free to be here. But I'm a follower of Yeshua HaMashiach because his teachings created miracles, and I'm a miracle worker on earth. God bless. Bye.